This is Sean Sport in podcast form.
Well, the NBL season's coming down to the wire, in fact, and when we've got the Perth Wildcats, which we love wholeheartedly, we need to go to the top. We need to go to the
Right at the top. Right at, so high up the top, he's getting a nosebleed.
Bryce Cotton, good morning.
Good morning. How y'all doing?
Yeah, we're going brilliantly, Bryce.
Hey, Bryce, I saw you on the news the other night, right? And I cannot believe that you're still trying to get your citizenship here. That is unbelievable.
What a saga.
What more can a citizen do than, like redefine basketball in Australia than to get the green card to come here?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, who knows, man? But, I mean, it is what it is. I don't really think about it too much anymore, but when they ask me the questions, I got to answer it and tell them what's going on.
Yeah.
It's so weird because we were trying to fast track you at one stage to play for the Boomers. That was like a couple of Olympics ago, wasn't it?
I think it was for the Sydney Olympics. It was that
And then he's just put on the back end. That must be so frustrating for you.
Yeah.
annoying.
Mate, you have
You're on a tear.
The thing about it is, whether the Wildcats are going well or not, you are going extremely well.
You're four-time
unbelievable.
MVP for the league. You're robbed one time, so it should be five. And every year we think, he's peaked. This year, though, Bryce, you shot 59
points.
Like ridiculous stuff you were doing. Your average is out of this world. 38 the other night in a losing game. Extraordinary stuff.
Yeah. I mean, yes, obviously, it always feels good to play, I guess, at a higher level each and every season.
It's amazing.
But we got 3 games left, and, the ladder is so tight. So it makes it fun and exciting, but, these 3 games are going to be important. So we got to win as many as we can to try to finish at least top 4. That's the goal.
No doubt, and that's right. Your play's been absolutely outstanding. Bryce, I was pretty critical of the team, probably more so in November when it looked like I wasn't sure of your identity, and clearly it was about scoring as many points as you can. I thought that the defence was poor at the time, and that wasn't going to be a successful run for you this year.
And also didn't like your haircut at the time.
I did like your haircut. I did like your haircut. But I'll preface that by saying, Dan, you guys have gone on a tear, and your identity is that you're a high-scoring team, right? And the other opposition have to be able to shoot more than you and get over the top that way. But on Friday night just gone against the Taipans, who hadn't won a game for a long time, I felt like even though it was a bit of a shootout, the defence in the last quarter in particular was the thing that let you down.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like even though we have a lot of weapons offensively, it's always a slippery slope just trying to outscore teams because you have to counter or factor in the nights where you're not shooting the ball well. You want your defense to kind of get you over the hump. And I guess nights like that is, a prime example. But those things happen, and Kansas has been playing well the last 2 weeks. They beat us, and the game before us, they upset Illawarra, who's top of the ladder. So give credit to them. They played ball great that weekend.
You did have that game shot to pieces in the third quarter, and I felt like after the three-quarter buzzer and you started that game, maybe that the guys thought, well, we're going to win this game anyway. A little bit complacent. Was that a thought or a discussion that you've had?
Definitely not a discussion. Like, nobody ever just says in the middle of the game, okay, we got it.
Let's put the cue in the rack.
We did that about an hour ago on the show. We got this. Just put your feet up.
Yeah. No, I just think sometimes you can kind of sense the energy of the team. But we kind of call it playing the score. So sometimes if you're up, maybe mentally you take your foot off the gas, but it was nothing we consciously said or spoke about, though.
Now, Bryce, you are, the most talked about man in the NBL at the moment, and not just for your ridiculous point scoring, but also because you're out of contract at the end of the season. And there's a lot of chatter about what you're going to do next season, whether you're going to chase some money overseas, whether you're going to stay with the Wildcats, whether you're going to go to another NBL team.
Get a job at Aldi. Yeah. There's heaps of things that have been thrown up and about.
I mean, obviously you're not going to tell us, but what's your feeling about, all the conjecture?
I mean, for me, it's just outside noise. I know people are going to keep speculating and guessing, but at the end of the day,
it's Aldi, isn't it?
That's what's best for me. And
Got to
I
move
won't know
fast
what
on
that
those
is till the
checkouts.
season starts.
He's fast, mate. Don't worry about it. He's only going to do the checkout.
$1 million.
And he'd be able to just get
Go
the
a-
product,
go a long way.
get all your produce in like from across
Yeah.
the room. But
Yeah,
it's
that's
amazing.
true. That's true.
Hey, over the years, we've spoken to many, many basketballers, and one thing, and I suppose this covers a lot of sports professionals. They seem to have a real indulgence for something. For Sean, I mean, it's racehorses. He absolutely loves it. We've spoken to people that racehorses. We've got Nick Natanui. He has all of his shoes.
Yes.
Like, do you have a vice? What's the thing that you spend a bit of money on that you absolutely love? Like, what is it, Bryce?
I mean, I'm pretty laid back. It's my wife that's kind of high maintenance, so I guess trying to keep her happy, if you want to call that advice.
What's her poison? What does she like to buy then?
Oh man, anything that's expensive, I'd say.
So you're not into shoes. You're not into
Cars.
nothing like that, Bryce.
No, not at all.
Wow, isn't that amazing to be paid well but not want anything?
Yeah. Absolutely. So,
amazing.
Bryce, there's a couple of big things coming up, obviously, the end of the season, but Jesse Wagstaff closing in on his 500th game.
Amazing.
I've noted, I mean, the one thing you notice about Jesse is he's super smart and the way he is able to lead your team. But lately, he's been a real three-point threat as well. I've really enjoyed the way he's going about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of always been a big staple of Jesse's. You know, he does a lot of the dirty work, but he
Yeah, he
also
does.
hits a lot of timely threes, though, and he's kind of made a career out of that. So for him to still be going this long and still doing what he always does, it just shows how consistent and how dedicated he's been to his craft.
Yeah, for like a 180-year-old man.
It's amazing.
He's doing so well,
It's amazing.
Jesse. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. And he makes a really good quiche.
Yes, as well. Yeah.
And Bryce, where do you see the state of the NBL over the last couple of years? Probably maybe the last 4 or 5 years. That a lot of people are saying how well it's built.
Yeah.
And we've got the
The
next
next-
generation
yeah,
stars coming
yeah.
along, which we see every year. The Wildcats always get a good one, but
Yeah.
there seems to be a high caliber of player playing across the league now.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it the last probably 4 or 5 years or so. I think the NBL has reached a level of talent that it's never seen before. And I've said it before, and I'll keep saying it. It's the most talented era this league has ever seen, and it's fun to be a part of.
That's what they've said about our show in radio, so we get it. It's a big thing to say.
No, literally no one has said that.
No, I heard it before.
Just in the streets. in the
I'm
corridors,
sure I
mate.
read it somewhere.
Bryce, good luck for the rest of the season. You should be
I wrote
picking
it.
up another MVP trophy, I would think.
Well, it's interesting that.
I know he had a few weeks out because of the injury.
Yeah, but they're also pushing the barrel of the guy from Adelaide, isn't it? Bryce?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bryce,
he's not bad. He's not bad. You know why? Because
He's not
he's high
bad.
on assists and stuff like
But
that.
he's no
not
Bryce
winning.
Cotton.
Bryce,
No, it's not
do
Bryce
you
Cotton.
display your trophies and stuff like that at home, or do you put them away?
I have them in like my little man cave.
Yeah.
So, but it's not like just in your face, but you got to go in the room to kind of see it. But
Yeah.
What else is in
your
your man cave? If I can ask you a personal question,
Oh, PlayStation.
do you reckon? Yeah, he'd be a Nintendo way.
Really, I just started making it about 2 months ago, so it's still kind of new. But right now, it's just all the different basketball achievements I've had,
Yeah.
if I still have them.
Do you want us
Right,
to pick a lovely present to send for your man room so we can add to it?
Say that again?
Do you want us to send you a lovely present for your man room? We could maybe put our heads together, come up with a gift so you could display it in your man room.
Oh, yeah, that would be lovely. I appreciate
Okay.
that.
All right, let's
No,
get
Nathan
Be
can
lovely.
show. Nathan
I'm
can
be
show.
Good
putting
on you,
something
Bryce.
right in Bryce Cotton's man room.
The Perth Wildcats up against the Melbourne Phoenix. It's Friday,
Must win.
6:30 at RAC Arena. We're behind the Perth Wildcats.
Must
it is a
win.
must-win. The last few games, obviously, being at home. One away against Sydney. That'll be played on Sunday, but
Yep.
we need these to get to the
Mate,
finals.
Bryce Cotton, an Australian, come on.
Yes, do it
See you,
all.
Bryce.
Love your work, Bryce. Thanks, buddy.
Bye, buddy.
Thank you. Take care.
Sean Sport in podcast form.
The cricket began yesterday when talking about the men's cricket in Sri Lanka. Gaul,
Yep.
Natalie, you told us a little about
Beautiful
that.
spot, Gall.
So the setup is right. The cricket ground is right on the ocean.
Yes, it is.
And
Yeah.
you look around. They were showing shots above the stadium and stuff like that. Now, the stadium was what I would consider Leederville Oval to be like. Like
Yes.
Okay.
the level of opulence was at a low level. I would think.
Can I tell you a story about this?
Sure.
So when the tsunami hit,
Yes.
that it was all wiped out.
Yeah.
So that all had to be rebuilt.
Well, they've barely done that.
And do you know who paid for it? Australian cricketers, Shane Warne being one of them. Literally, they put their hands in their... Gilly probably was as well.
nice.
Put their hands in their own pockets to restore that ground.
That
Which
is
is
fantastic.
isn't that amazing?
Now,
Yeah.
and you know
And
what?
you saying
No.
it's shocking, Sean.
And nobody
I'm
knew.
saying it's
You're saying they should have donated a bit more money?
Yes.
But they didn't gloat about it. They didn't boast about it. It was beautiful that they just did it and got on with it.
That's
Beautiful.
fantastic. Around the ground, there's massive signs of Shane Warne. So he
Yes.
really
Okay,
put in a
so-
fair bit of money.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that was
He
really
only
that.
bought those signs. That's all he did.
Yeah, that's
But
okay. So Australia got off to a really good start
He
yesterday.
didn't want any thanks. I said 100 billboards of me. Don't
You're
mention me at all. Don't put my name in your mouth.
You're welcome, Sri Lanka.
Usman Khawaja finished the day at about 147 not out, but he got dropped. I'm going to say 3 times.
Yeah, right,
The fielding
okay.
from Sri Lanka was unbelievably poor. The other thing that I was watching the whole time, I think it was like watching Australia play against a grade cricket team. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wembley, Florida, or whoever they're called
Yeah.
out here.
Yeah.
And some of the bowling was just so poor. And if you couldn't
Not as
make
poor
a
as the
decent-
Wembley's cricket team.
What's
Is that what you're saying?
I think it's Subi Floreat, so I better get back.
Is,
on
or, is
that,
it
'cause
poor,
I'll get
Is
back.
that-
or is it poor as the grounds we were just speaking about here?
Both,
wow?
actually.
Okay.
I don't know where Subi Florida are on the ladder, so they might be better than the Sri Lankan
that was
cricket team.
Justin Langer's club, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
he'll be on the phone.
I was never going to mention Willerton because that's my team.
Quick question.
Yes.
We didn't talk about it yesterday, but Sam Constas being dropped. What do you think about that?
I
Like,
think-
isn't it, if you're trying to blood a new player,
Yep.
do you let him play a couple of games then just immediately drop him?
I wouldn't. I don't see the value in that because
No, I
they're
don't
playing
see
Sri
the value
Lanka,
in
who
it
aren't
either.
going particularly well. And as I said, you're watching these guys bowl yesterday. Jayasurya.
Yeah.
I mean, he bowled about 30 overs, but fair dinkum. If you couldn't hit him to
Yeah.
the fence, you're not
Yeah.
trying.
Well, I saw that Dilrook bowled 3 openers.
Dilrook. He's a funny guy, isn't he? Loves
Couldn't
Perth.
hit him through the fence. You're not trying. What does that mean?
Yeah.
So there's a fence.
Well, you should be going the tonk. You
Okay,
know?
no, but okay. So there's a fence. So if you couldn't hit him through the fence, so you should be able to. There's a fence, and you should be able to hit me, and the ball should go through the fence.
Yeah, yes. Just
Or at
smash
least-
him.
you should be able
And
to
Travis
smash-
Or
Head
at the
did
very
that.
least over.
Travis Head hit 50 off 35 balls
Yeah.
before getting caught out, but the bowling I thought was at a really poor level.
Okay.
And Australia had that opportunity to play Sam Constas
Yeah.
and continue his development.
I know. It doesn't
It's a
make
dangerous surname for radio.
It is. I do love, we love Josh Inglis. That's amazing that he got the opportunity to play. But why wouldn't you play Constas? I don't understand.
I think Travis Head needed to be played into form, and they
Yeah.
were thinking that if it was a deck that was going to deteriorate over
Yeah.
time, then the amount of days you're going to play is going to be less. So if we go out there and play Travis Head at the top of the order,
Yeah.
we'll just smash him
Well,
through
why
the
don't we-
fence, Nathan, and or over the bush.
Why don't we get some online support of him and start hashtag Constas Craving?
Constas craving.
Constas.
What was the name of it? Katie Lang.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The women's test gets underway today as well, and Australia looking for a clean sweep in their Ashes series against England. Will dominate this. Alyssa Healy, they're talking about, she's got to be selected, but she's done everything she can in training so far, so she will play, in my opinion. Alana King, the West Australian, she's leading the wicket taking at the
Kingy.
moment. She's got 14 wickets, so good luck to Alana. Hope she continues her good form at the MCG today.
Nice work.
I've never got 14 wickets in my entire life.
We know.
And it's been 22 years since I've been in the pool.
There's a lot of things we need to smash.
Got to go out there and do some stuff.
Yeah, get some more wickets by swimming. Is that what you're saying?
That's how I understand cricket to work.
Sean Sport is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.